He's also my son's favorite working comedian, even though my son lives at my house. So
I bet you don't love to hear that as much.
there's no algorithm on MySpace, man.
Yeah.
It was just good vibes. That's my favorite burger in McDonald's history.
Look, I don't want to talk bad on anybody,
Right?
but like 2025 feels so in the rearview mirror because 2026, dude, we are on a heater.
Yeah.
Good God. I mean, Rick Glassman, Jamila, Sarah Sherman, Charlie Ferretz.
Yeah.
We got a dang rock god coming on. And now, Kev on stage. Dude, I've been talking about him, getting him for so long. If you're like, I don't know if I've seen Kev on stage. Yeah, you have.
Yeah, you have.
You've seen his clips. He's like one of the OG content creators, stand-up comedians that was doing it, trailblazer. He's on all the networks. This guy I'm such a fan of, and I'm so excited to talk to him. I just hope he's like one of those people who's as cool as I want him to be.
Yeah.
You know, speaking of being as cool as I want to be, we got some pretty cool stuff happening ourselves.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to be in Lexington, Kentucky, doing the Toy and Comic Convention, end of March.
Nice.
Then we got Moontower, Johannes.
Yep.
Moontower, where we're doing not one but two shows, and one of the shows might be a little special show. Might be announcing soon. Well, let's not prolong it any longer, Johannes.
Please.
It's time for us to get on stage with Kev.
Yeah.
On
Funny. No,
stage.
No. Yeah. Very funny.
Right now.
What's up, man?
Good to see you, my man.
You look good.
Thank you. You do too. I love the tracksuit, dude.
Thank you.
Looking for. Welcome to your throne, man.
Yeah, this is fantastic. Thank you so much.
Pull that up.
This is the best chair I've ever sat in for a podcast.
Oh, do you see that, Johannes? Rick Glassman sat in there and he has so many complaints right
Really?
off the bat. He was like, I don't like this thing. I was like, you don't like sitting in a throne?
It's fantastic.
I said, well, then bring in Kev on stage and watch it change. Did I say that, Johannes?
I love this,
Welcome, man.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
I'm so excited to have you, dude.
Thank you.
And I know a lot of people say that every time they do a podcast or every talk show host is like, oh, I'm so happy to have you. I'm a big fan of yours. But they're probably lying to you. But I'm not.
Thank you.
Because I would say you're almost unavoidable at this point online, dude.
That's great to hear because that is my goal.
Yes,
My goal.
you're everywhere, but I don't want to start off on a bad note, but I mean this as a compliment. You're one of those people who everything you touch is enjoyable and funny in a maddening way. Like, I'm upset with you, Kevin. Because every time I'm watching something, I'm just like, I'm watching your stand-up clips. I quote it all the time, the Oreo bits.
Yeah.
Every time I eat Oreos, which, you know, is like I'm trying to like change my diet.
For sure.
I've cut out most animals' skin. Oreos is like my weakness.
I got to.
You know what I mean? That's how I got this hump, dude.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? That's a whole sleeve right there. You know what I mean? And I see your bits, and that's so funny. And I'm scrolling Instagram, and I'm watching you do something else, and I'm watching the Bald Brothers, and I'm
Yeah.
turning on TV. I'm seeing you on TV.
Yeah, that is
Dude.
the goal.
First question, do you sleep?
You know what's funny? I sleep a lot. Like last night, I kid you not, I was in the bed at like 8:17. That is the one thing I don't mess around with. Like I get
So
up
that's the
early.
key.
That's the key. Like I'm not burning the midnight oil. I sleep really well, really long. I slept from 8 to 6. I usually get up between 5 and 6, and then I work really hard, and then I go to bed. But I don't do both. I don't get up early, work hard, and stay up late and chase. Like after a while, the day's over, and you gotta rest so you can feel creative again. But I sleep really well. Yeah.
So what you're saying is you're a healthy human being.
I am
I
healthy.
love that though. Like,
Yeah,
there's so many people though. Like I feel like we are living in a time of grind culture.
For sure, for sure.
Where like everything you're seeing is like every time I'm on Instagram Reels, it's like,
Yeah.
are you fasting?
Right.
Are you eating this? If you're not working, you're trash. And it's like,
No.
it stresses me out.
No, you're right. Like
But that is so refreshing.
I tell you, man, it's like I have had traditional jobs for the majority of my life still.
Yes.
And
Boeing, I'm going to get to that.
I got to Boeing, and it's like in every line of business, you can work and then rest. Like Eminem goes to the studio from like 8 to 4. And when he's done, he's done. And he comes back the next day. He doesn't stay till 2 or 3 a.m. He treats it like a regular job. And that's how I treat this. Like, this is my job, but I'm no good if I'm exhausted. I can't be creative if I'm tired. I found that it's better to just go to sleep or take a nap, but I don't know. I don't think of anything funny. I'm not inspired. If I'm tired, man, I'm no good.
You just brought up such a funny image to me. I'm just picturing Eminem in the studio, just like spitting this crazy rhyme, and then an alarm goes off, and he's like, "I gotta go home and watch my shows. I gotta see who got voted off trainers.
Lunch break, like,
I gotta get home, guys. I'm gonna be on the 8 Mile, and then I'm getting home. Okay,
gotta get like Eminem in rush hour traffic because he just got off from studio at 4 p.m.
Yeah,
but I love that. I think you have to create your own hours, create your own work schedule. But I think for me, sleep is really. People assume that I don't sleep at all. I'm just really, really efficient in the time I'm awake.
I love that.
Yeah.
So you're not like a Mark Wahlberg getting up at 3 a.m. working out for 2 freaking hours.
No, man. I get up, I do my workout, take a shower, eat, go to work, and then I go to bed. Pick my son up from school or go to a soccer game. Like,
I love that.
I try to have
Dad
a
life.
normal. Yeah, I go to. I've been to every one of my son's home soccer games this season. I'm just a regular parent drinking hot chocolate, watching my son play soccer at 6 p.m. Like I'm there picking him up, driving him home from school. Like my wife does the majority of picking him up because we kind of switched sons.
Yeah.
I did my oldest son. I took my oldest son to school every single day until he could drive.
Oh my God.
If I was in town, I took him and picked him up because it was important to me that my kids didn't wake up to, oh, we have this big house, but my dad was never, like, I didn't want that to be my story.
Yes.
I picked you up from school every day, dropped you off every day.
See, Johannes, this guy, this is my producer, Johannes, by the way. He's
a great
Italian.
name, by the way, Johannes.
Thank you.
Disagree.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
What I will say, Kev, is Johannes always coming. He's like, dude, I'm not getting any sleep. Like you're putting too much on my plate.
Yeah.
Like you're calling me at all hours of the night. Like he's like, oh, you're making me run too many errands at 4 a.m. Like, what are you doing? And it's like, dude, you just need to find your own time to sleep.
But there is no time left.
KevOnStage is doing it, Johannes.
Yeah,
you can do it.
You
Okay,
can do it, Johannes. I believe in you.
Thanks.
You're Johannes off stage.
Yeah.
Okay, don't forget that. All right, man, you can do it. Just don't do it on my company time, okay? Kev, let's start there. Kev on stage, because like that's how I know you.
Yeah.
Do you want to be called Kev on stage, or
I don't mind in the black culture. What your kind of name that's your name.
Yeah.
Regardless of how big you ever get. Like the guy Winston Duke who played M'Baku.
Yeah.
He was introduced to most of us as M'Baku from Black Panther. He could have, which I hope he does, and looks like he will, a huge movie career.
Yes.
But he's just we will always call him M'Baku. So when he was in Us, they're like, oh, M'Baku got a new movie coming out with Jordan Peele. If he wins an Oscar, M'Baku won an Oscar.
Yes.
So I know that in the black community, I will always be Kev or Kev on stage. I'm totally okay with that. Professionally, I will be known as Kevin Fredericks because my actual name is important to me. My family's name is important.
Yeah.
I only go by Kev on stage fun stories because I was on Twitter really early when people were tweeting crazy things and they would like look you up and get you fired. And I couldn't risk getting fired over tweets. I ended up getting fired from that job anyway, but it wasn't over tweets. Okay. So I was just starting stand-up.
It was a MySpace post.
Yeah, MySpace. So I was like, let me just at least make it harder to find me. So I erased Kevin Fredericks and went by. I was just like, why be on the stage all the time?
Yeah. And
I was just like, I'll call myself Kev on stage. I never would have thought like it would stick so much that people wouldn't know that my name is Kevin, because at that time Facebook was way bigger than Twitter. So I was only really known as Kev on stage on Twitter. And then when Instagram and everything else came out, Kev on stage was always available. So I just went by Kev on stage. But when I put the credits in, I want to be known as Kevin Fredericks, kind of like Dwayne Johnson. The Rock, when he got into Hollywood, he started going by Dwayne Johnson. I want my kids to be like, that's my last name.
Kevin Fredericks.
Fredericks.
This is Kevin Fredericks.
This is Kevin Fredericks. But Kev on stage is fine.
Well, then let me do it properly then. I have with me actor, comedian, speaker, director, filmmaker, content creator, influencer, New York Times best-selling author. I have with me, you may know him as KevOnStage, but we know him as Kevin Fredericks. Round of applause, everybody.
Thank you very much.
Round of applause.
A round of applause. I love that. I
Yes.
appreciate that.
Welcome, dude.
Thank you. Thank you.
So let's start from the earlier days, because you said you worked a bunch of jobs.
Yeah.
And I do too. I
Yeah.
sell life insurance still. I'm touring with my band. I'm doing comedy, I'm trying to be KevOnStage.
I love it, man.
You know, I'm trying to be
Putting on.
Gob on screen.
Gob on screen. Check
Gob on screen, Johannes.
Check the internet. See if Gob
is it
on screen is available.
Check Friendster. See if it's available. Maybe Yelp. Some of the apps that the people aren't really using anymore. Vine. Is it on Vine?
I think it's available on LimeWire.
Oh, great.
LimeWire. There you go.
Great.
There you go.
Napster. John on screen. Perfect. So you worked a lot of jobs before you became the Kevin we know and love.
Yeah.
What were some of those jobs? Like, because I read Boeing.
Yeah, I worked as
In
a
Seattle.
scheduler. Yeah, I worked at the Boeing factory in Renton, Washington, which was like maybe 5 minutes from Seattle, 10 minutes from Seattle. I was an airplane scheduler. Believe it or not, ordering an airplane is much like ordering a Toyota Camry. Yeah, you say I want this model with tinted windows, this wings, extended range.
I got to be honest, I don't want it to be like that.
It's very similar. Much more expensive, but like for all intents and purposes, it's really similar. So say you ordered a plane, I would get I was basically a glorified data entry specialist.
Yeah.
But I'd get your plane specs, I'd put your line number in, wings, and basically schedule your plane to be built. Like, and a lot of people don't know this, Boeing is so efficient that a plane comes in as an empty fuselage on day one. On day 11 days from there, it comes in on a train, just like a cigar tube. The 11th day, it goes out the factory and flies away. 11 days, they build it 24/7, and it flies.
I got to be honest.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yes, it is Boeing. They're watching.
Yeah.
A red beam just pokes in my eye. I'm like, okay. So I will say 11 days, that does not make me feel better next time I'm on a plane. I'll be honest with you, like, I was thinking this is like, they spent years on this thing.
They are good. They are so efficient now on at least the 737 program. That's not the same for the 777 or the 747.
Yeah.
But the 737 program is really efficient, on-time delivery. Like, the wheels come in the day they are needed. They're not sitting in a box. They are shipped, they arrive, they are put on the plane. There's no wasted time, no wasted motion, no wasted space.
I do like that, though.
Yeah, they are. The 737 is a good program. Now we had some issues, not we, they, because I ain't worked there during the MAX program. But during the MAX program, some people were cutting corners.
Yeah, I think they were doing it in less. I think they were doing it in 20 hours. Yeah. And they weren't working all night.
They were sticking to the 11. Yeah, they weren't working all
going
night.
11 days. So they're like, duct tape, send it out, cigars in, get it in there, put some wings on it. The data entry person at that point was like, it's fine. We can take this part from this thing, put this thing in this thing.
You probably just got one of those people who came in and said, okay, this is how we can make it even more efficient.
Right.
Yeah.
No, not
9 days. 9 days.
Yeah.
I wasn't that guy.
You were saying, it was like a Toyota Camry or whatever. The new ones are like a Ford Focus.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, it ain't lasted too long. You know, Kev?
Yeah.
But you're working at a place like Boeing.
Yeah.
Like, is comedian Kev in there?
Absolutely not.
No.
Absolutely.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you're cracking up all the people being like, oh, boy, are my wings tired or stuff like that.
No. I had gotten fired I worked at KeyBank prior to that, and I got fired partially because of stand-up. Not for being funny, but like, I cut work and I went and did a show in the middle of the day, lied about that. My boss knew, but he couldn't prove it. I wasn't really a good employee. Once I had used the color copier to print comedy flyers, and I forgot and left the original in there.
That is,
Yeah.
someone was like, is this Kev from accounting?
My manager brought it to the lunchroom, and I was like, "Oh, you don't have to pay. I'll put you on the list." And he was like, "You can't use the color copier for comedy show flyers." And I was like, "Oh, sorry." So I knew when I got to Boeing, I was like, I don't even want people to know that I am a stand-up comedian. They don't know that I make videos. Like, I would be like, oh, I'm not on social media. Like, I didn't want to get fired again. So I didn't want to stick out at all. In my other jobs, I had like my full personality at Bank of America and KeyBank. But by the time I got to Boeing, I was like, it's too risky. I can't do it.
But at the time, you were already making stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I was already making stuff on YouTube. I'd already gone viral a bunch. My son had gone viral, a bunch. But like Boeing, it wasn't like that type of environment.
Yeah.
Like, there was only like 8 to 10 people that I even really spoke to. Like, there's just my little team.
Yeah.
The company's huge and very, everybody's working on their own thing. So I just kept a low profile. I just came in, clicked my little click.
Yep.
Did my job, went home, didn't draw too much attention to myself. But yeah, I couldn't risk being found. Because I was talking crazy on the internet. I don't want them to be like, is this you? Like, it doesn't represent the company. I didn't want any of those problems.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But I wasn't, you keep saying like, oh, you were talking crazy, you don't want to say things that get fired. But like in today's internet world,
Yeah.
I wouldn't classify you as someone who is constantly saying things from a perspective of, oh, this is going to ruffle a ton of feathers.
Oh, yeah, you're right. That's not really my brand.
Yeah. In
But
fact, some people label you as clean comedy.
For sure.
What do you think about that as a label? Because I think back in the day,
Yeah.
that meant like, oh, you're going to be performing at birthday parties and whatever.
Yeah,
but
think-
now, what does it mean to you?
I think for me, it just means I don't cuss.
Yeah.
Right? But I say some racial slurs here and there, ones that pertain to the black community. Just stick to.
You don't say anything about...
No, I would never.
Okay,
No. I stick with my community.
Yeah, and you can talk all you want about trolls, though.
Yeah,
honestly,
yeah.
whatever you can use the hard R. You know what I mean? I don't even care.
But no, I think for me, it's like all my material's not clean. Like I'll talk about sex, I'll talk about stuff.
Yeah.
But usually clean people, the material is also clean.
I think clean and family friendly.
Yes, they
people
get
think
merged.
are synonymous, but it's not necessarily the case.
I think that's true. I think I'm not completely family friendly. I'm more like PG-13 in a lot of areas. I say coochie, which a clean comedian probably wouldn't.
Yeah,
And
whoa.
Yeah, sorry, Johannes. I wouldn't like.
Johannes isn't clean as a comedian or as a person, so it's like you can say whatever you want to him.
Yeah, so I think I'm not blue, but I just say technically clean is the best term, but I don't want people to get the wrong implication.
Yes.
That it's like pure clean. So I think my stand-up is reflective of my social media presence. So if you
Yes.
follow me online, you will see that version on stage.
Yes.
That's probably the best way of saying it.
Yeah, I would label your comedy as hilarious.
Thank you.
That's
Thank
it.
you.
Because
Thank
like, I don't really think of it one way or the other.
Yeah.
I do think you do an amazing job when you're on stage of letting us know who you are. Like
Yeah.
even you sitting here now, I'm like, oh, this is the guy I wanted you to be.
Yeah.
When a lot of comedians come on here and you're like, oh, you're very different from your onstage persona. Like, I don't know who I'm talking to. You know what I mean?
I think KevOnStage is just like the performative version of my personality.
Yes.
I think it's you more bubbly. It's me at my best and funniest and most energetic.
Yes.
Like if I'm on a Zoom call, obviously I'm not,
Right.
crazy funny.
That
but
would be annoying.
That would be annoying.
I would mute you.
Yes. I pick my spots. I'll
Yeah.
throw a joke in, but when it's time to be, business, it's time for business.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I think my goal was like Sinbad. Sinbad's one of those comedians that's clean, but you don't even think of it.
I love Sinbad.
Comics usually love Sinbad. He's really good.
Live at from the Caribbean.
Yes.
Is it Caribbean or Caribbean? Which one is
I
it?
switch up.
Yeah.
I say
Can it
Caribbean
be either? It's Pirates of the
Caribbean.
Caribbean.
I say Caribbean when I'm talking about pirates.
But when I say
if I'm
Sinbad, I
going
say
there,
from the Caribbean.
I go Caribbean if I'm just talking about it.
That's
But Caribbean
special.
when I'm talking about Johnny Depp.
I don't think that special gets enough love.
I don't think Sinbad gets enough love, period.
No, that's it.
Yeah. No, you good. You good.
He's on my Mount Rushmore. Man.
Yeah,
I like-
a lot of comedians respect him. I don't think audiences don't, but I just think he doesn't get as much love as he kind of earns.
And now I kind of see it. I
Yeah.
see the influence there.
Oh yeah, for sure. Sinbad
Now-
is like the North Star.
I heard, I don't know if this is true or not, that he didn't actually like write a bunch of his material. That
I don't know.
That he improvised a lot of it on stage. Just like had loose thoughts and just went on stage and improvised. Do you do that, or are you? What's your approach to stand-up?
I think for me, I definitely do that. To me, it's kind of hard to write out a full joke word for word.
Yeah.
I kind of start with the premise. I think, oh, this will be a funny thought. But the audience informs so much of it, because to me, stand-up is one of the harder art forms because you literally don't know if it's going to work until you perform it.
Yes.
Other things, you can dance, you can practice singing, you can practice your instruments. You can know well before an audience sees you whether you're good at a lot of things. But stand-up, we think everything is funny, but the audience tells you if it actually is.
See?
So, you kind of got to go out there and figure it out. So I'll come out with like a premise, I think this is funny. And then if the audience isn't laughing, then I'm kind of like, okay, I'll try this, I'll try that. But my wife was just telling me, you should excavate some of your material a little deeper ahead of time. And I'm like, I want the, because sometimes when you're bombing, you find something funny because you don't want to continue in this no laughter zone on a new joke. But even if it's funny, you still can build upon it. So either way, you need the audience to inform where this is good. Sometimes it's just the word. This word versus that word, this joke is funny or not funny or funnier than it used to be with that word. Like I got hit by a car is not as funny as I got hit by a Buick Skylark. Buick Skylark is a funnier word than car.
Right.
Yeah.
See, I'm picking up with this because I started my stand-up journey a couple months ago.
Okay.
I started doing stand-up, Kev. And I find that when I am bombing, I want to die. Like I'm not finding so much whatever you were saying where you're finding stuff and you're like, oh, maybe this is what's going to get them to laugh. But I will say, I absolutely agree. I feel like stand-up is the hardest art form because I've dabbled in so many. I play in a band.
Yeah.
And the thing about when you're in a band, you can't really tell if you're bombing because you're just like, we'll just crank up the amp, we'll just play louder. We're like, who cares? Like, I can't hear anything anyways when the song ends. My ears are ringing, But on stage, I have found you kind of hear everything.
For sure. You can have 500 people laughing, and if 2 or 1 isn't, your brain, your eyes just like locate them.
Yes.
It's not the same. I mean, I play instruments, but I never played in a band. But it's not the same when you're playing music or singing because you can enjoy something and not be laughing. You can still be having a great time.
Yeah, and I also love if people don't like it, I just point at the other band members.
For sure.
I'm like, what are you doing, man?
Yeah.
You messed up that song.
Split up the blame.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I think about that as like in just comedy groups in general.
Yeah.
Like I've seen some improv shows and stuff like that. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, but they're always just kind of like, hey, man, hey, we could all go off stage and be like, hey, that was a rough one.
Right.
It's like when you're doing stand-up, it's like you're looking around, you're trying to blame other people. I was like, that's just a sound guy.
It's all you, man. It's like boxing or track. Like when you lose a 100-meter dash, it's you. If you lose a boxing match or wrestling match, you lost. There's no one to blame. There's no ref. For the most part, if you get knocked out, you got knocked out.
Yeah. Maybe that's what I'll try next time I'm bombing. I'll just knock myself out. And then be like, I was concussed. I don't know what I was saying. How am I supposed to remember jokes? I'm seeing stars.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Johannes, it's just like I always say. Surfing the web without EXPRESSVPN is like scuba diving in a meat suit. It's a great idea if you're looking to date a shark.
When have you ever said that?
I just did. I just said it. What are you talking about? Did you know anytime you connect to public Wi-Fi, like a hotel or the airport, your data is unprotected? Any hacker on the same network can gain access and steal all your personal data, your passwords, your bank logins, your card details, that folder marked no. It doesn't even take that much technical know-how to hack someone, just some cheap hardware, which is what I call Johannes' brain. Don't forget your data is valuable. Hackers can make up to $1,000 per person selling personal info on the dark web. EXPRESSVPN stops hackers from stealing your precious data by creating a secure encrypted tunnel between your device and the internet. It would take a hacker with like a ridiculously big supercomputer over 1 billion years to get past EXPRESSVPN's encryption. And right now, it's the lowest price ever for only $3.49 a month. That's like 12 months, and it's like you move the decimal and take a...
It's 12 cents a day.
Take a day. Hold on, Joe. I'm doing math. And then you were like,
My cheap hardware can count that fast.
Hold on, I'm crossing it out. I'm starting over. For 12 cents a day.
That's what I said. 12 cents a day.
It's what I just said. Are you not listening to me, dude? Put those headphones on, man. Hit the gob. When I push that big power button on EXPRESSVPN, I immediately feel safer.
Yeah.
In this neighborhood, which is like really saying something. And now I'm not as worried about making online payments. It's like, I'll buy your hot dogs online now. It's like, because they're cheaper, you know? You get a big package of them. And I feel like I get access to so much more of the internet now.
How so?
With EXPRESSVPN, I can just like change my location to like another part of the world, and then I get to like see what they offer. You know what I mean? Like on their YouTube and their Netflix.
Yeah.
The world is yours, Johannes, not yours. Okay, let me try it again. The world is mine.
Yeah.
With EXPRESSVPN. Secure your online data today by visiting expressvpn.com/right now. That's EXPRESSVPN.com/right now to find out how you can get up to 4 extra months. expressvpn.com/right now. So I want to talk about like building a special because yours is so funny. You've had so many funny moments in it.
Thank you.
For you, being doing it as long as you have, how long do you like to take before you're like, you know what, this is ready?
For me, I don't think I wouldn't feel comfortable releasing something that I haven't performed at least for the majority of a calendar year.
Yeah.
I don't want to put it out or release it in any form if I am still tinkering with it in any way.
Okay.
If I haven't found the best version possible of that joke, like I usually need to get to the point where I'm like, all right, I don't know what else I can do with this, and I'm putting it out. So
that's a really cool way to look at it. It's like, this is the best version of this joke.
Yes.
And then you can put it on the shelf and go next.
Yeah, exactly. And I think sometimes I put some stuff, like I put my last thing out, and I wouldn't even call it a special. I just knew I wasn't going to be doing those jokes anymore. And it's kind of just to push myself. Like once it's online, I feel like I can't do that.
Right.
That joke again. So
But do you ever find that with an audience? Because like, I wonder that because like a band, it's like everyone expects you to play the hits. In fact, they get mad if you don't play the hits.
I think musicians have the opposite of what comedians have.
Yeah.
Comedians, if I see you every year, I want to see something brand new every year.
Right.
Musicians, I want to see the same song I've seen 20 years. And the only way I want a new song is if you release an album ahead of time and I fall in love with that. But I still might want to hear the first song you ever played that I ever heard that made me fall in love.
Right.
So yeah.
Well, I'm just letting you know right now, Dad, if I see you, I'm gonna be front row being like, do the Oreo dig! Do the Oreo dig, man! Whole sleeve! And I'm gonna be shouting it out like Freebird, you know? It's like, that's gonna be me. I'm like, Oreo!
I appreciate that.
So we'll see. We'll see. I mean,
I wish comedians could go on the road and just do their greatest hit, their greatest bits.
And why not, you think? What do you think it is? Because we watch the same movie 100 times. We'll see the same jokes in that movie 100. We'll quote it to each other.
Yeah.
We'll look forward to it with our same songs. We can listen to it thousands of times. But it is like the one thing.
It's the one thing that you want the new. And I think even as a comedian, like I've toured with Tony Baker and To Hear More, I see them say the same jokes every night. I laugh every single time. Some of my comic friends will be telling us, hey, do the joke I like. And they'll do it, and it doesn't. I can hear it 1,000 times. But I don't know why audiences don't like that. We need to bring that back. So many comedians would just, if they could do their greatest bits tour, it'd be fantastic.
I mean, if there's ever a comedian,
I
think it's you, dude. I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? Like you got the following, the brand, like the KevOnStage, the greatest bits tour.
I would love that.
Sign me up, dude.
Just put me in Vegas for 6 years.
Yes.
I just want to come down from my
Celine
penthouse.
Dion, get on out of there.
MGM Grand.
Kevin's in there.
One night only. Thursday through Sunday, I would be in heaven.
I think that this is something.
Yeah.
I think it's just maybe setting the expectation.
Yeah.
And we're doing one where like you'd be the first comedian ever to do a special where people get to request the next joke.
Oh my God, that'd be great.
You know, they just have like a little.
Because there's an audience for it. Because they're asking for it. And if somebody's asking, other people, either they love it and there'll be somebody who's getting it for the first time.
Yes.
And you know that's your stuff. You know inside and out. It'd be so fun.
See, I always think about that because
We're onto something.
I always feel like when I see a comedian special, I'm excited for them because I get to interview them and talk to them. But a part of me is like sad for them because they spent so long on this thing, and they only get to like make a living off of it for a year,
like a
if
year.
that.
Yeah, if that.
And so it feels like of all, like, there's no other job where, like, that's the case where, like, a band spends all its time writing an album. We write an album, and we get to tour that album. But then for years, we can do a 20-year reunion of that album.
Sure.
We can play songs when we record the next album on that thing. But comedians don't get that privilege, do they?
We don't. And that's what I like the Ball Brothers with me and Tony Baker. We do.
You and Tony, I was going to get there. But this is what's maddening. This is what's maddening to me. It's one thing to be like a super, super funny dude and to do all this stuff, all this content, all this success, and you're saying to get all this sleep, and being a good dad, and being a good person, and being a good husband, but all that. And then you find somebody who I would say, like, as far as like duos go, there's like a lot of people who kind of like do some stuff together.
Yeah.
But when I see the Ball Brothers together, I'm always like, just give these two all the shows. Like, just give these like this is like, besides like sketch duos, like a Key and a Peele or whoever. I mean, how did you first find Tony, and then what is it that you were like, okay, like this is just, let's have two people on stage, bringing people up on stage, talking to them, interviewing, riffing together.
Yep. First, I was a fan of Tony's comedy before I even moved to LA. I was in Washington. I just thought it was so funny. I would watch his clips. He was doing sketch comedy. I think it was Northside Comedy. And I was like, man, we should be friends. Like, I literally had that thought. So he came up to do Nate Jackson's comedy.
I love Nate.
Yeah, I love Nate.
So this is Seattle. This is like
in Seattle. Yeah, Tacoma. Actually, Tacoma. And I like introduced myself. You know, he watched my set, I watched his set, and we kind of started following each other. Then I moved to LA. I got a job working at All Def. I was the head of talent and content over there for some years. And he was one of the first talent I brought in. We developed a show for him. Then we just became friends. 2018, I was going out on my own independent tour, and I wanted to make sure the show was good. So I asked him and Tahir Moore to come out with me. And that's where we really like built our chemistry, because, you know, you're on the road, you're in planes. And at that time we were like huffing it. We rented a van, drove to a lot of dates, a lot of driving, a lot of waiting in airports and hotel lobbies, not being able to check in your room, just sitting in the lobby, having a good time, things like that. And then the Ball Brothers came from Rich Washington, who's my head of TV and film. We were talking about, like, we've got to be able to, you know, comedy's changing. You've got to be able to put out more material than you can as a touring comedian.
Yes.
Like, the people who were having success that were not already famous, so not Kevin Hart, not Dave Chappelle, not Jim Gaffigan, Nate Bargatze, not those guys. The only people who were getting big were doing some sort of new material. So there was like 85 South, they were doing these specials for years. Then Matt Rife, Nate Jackson, Josh Johnson. Yes. All these people are generating a lot more content. Like Josh Johnson was doing a new 45 to an hour every week.
He is a unicorn. I don't understand how that's even possible.
That's some God-gifted talent, and sometimes you just have to say, God didn't bless me that way. So I've got to work my own skills.
Yeah, that's why I say every day in the mirror. He didn't bless me with not a lot.
Yeah.
No.
But Rich came up with that.
He left you in the no laughter zone for sure.
Oh, wow. Johannes, man.
Johannes, dude.
Come on, man.
Wow.
I just really like, you said it, really? I really like that term, the no laughter zone.
Wow. Okay.
But Rich came up with that format, and I hated it. I was like,
really?
Because it's unpredictable.
Oh, yes.
I like to control, if you're a audience member, I literally don't know what you're going to say.
Yes.
But it allowed us to generate enough material that we could put a lot of clips out. And Tony didn't burn material. I didn't burn material. We could also tour separately. But we just really work well together. He's also my favorite working comedian. He's also my son's favorite working comedian, even though my son lives at my house. So that means he's really funny.
I don't love to hear that as much.
One time we had a show in London, and I kid you not, Tony was featured for me, and my son was in the green room.
Yeah.
Tony goes up.
Yeah.
My son's like, oh, great, Tony's going out. He leaves the green room, goes and watches Tony's set, and then when Tony's coming back in, he comes back in. I'm like, hey, I'm going out. He was like, Yeah, I know. And he sat down, crossed his legs, and went back to his phone. And that he came from my balls. and he disrespected me. I flew him all the way to London. He was like, man, Tony Baker, that guy has a future in comedy. Stick with him. So the Ball Brothers, at least he watches Tony, so he has to deal with me.
Yeah, you got to change the name to the Ball Brothers.
Yeah,
and then you show your son. Be like, you gave him these, brother. You gave him these Ball Brothers.
Exactly.
Yes. This episode is sponsored by KALSHI, the largest prediction market in the U.S. KALSHI allows users to trade event contracts peer-to-peer rather than playing against a sportsbook. It's available nationwide, including California and Texas. Download KALSHI and use offer code right now to get $10 when you deposit. Hey, Johannes.
Yeah.
You gonna watch the Super Bowl?
Nah, it's kind of boring.
Boring? What are you talking about? That's why you gotta sign up for KALSHI, dude. You don't even have to care about the game. Who will advertise during the game? What song Bad Bunny will play first? Who will be a groomsman for Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's wedding? Are you dying to know? When will the official trailer for Avengers Doomsday be released?
What do they have to do with the game?
No, but I'm asking you. I'm curious. I really want to know. That last part was just like, I need to know.
I guess I'll have to look it up.
All right, well, look it up. All you do is trade yes or no markets. Yes, if you think something is going to happen. No, if you think it is not. For example, will I do a Fred Durst impression? Will I be interviewing a guest? Will Johannes get paid for this episode? Probably going to want to go with no. You're trading with other users, so it's similar to like buying and trading stocks. And you can jump in or out of your position at any time to lock in a profit or cut a loss. I'm trying to do with Johannes. Ready? Cut that loss. KALSHI is where you go when it's time to put your money where your prediction is. Download the KALSHI app and get $10 when you deposit with code right now. Use promo code right now when you sign up to get $10 when you trade $100. It is so great seeing the two of you because what I think goes into a good comedic duo, you know, is like each one has a little bit of different humor from the other one.
Yeah.
And one of the things I think will make duos live and die by is if they let the other one shine.
You are absolutely right.
And you both do that for each other. There's like moments where I could see you, Kev, inside really letting Tony cook.
Yeah.
Or times when you're leading and he's kind of hanging back. You're like, oh, Tony's been silent for a while. And then he like jumps in an act out or doing something so funny.
With no ego. I think because we don't have ego about it and we appreciate each other's skills and abilities.
Yes.
And we enjoy each other's comedy. It's like a good basketball team. Like for me, Tony Baker's like playing with LeBron. He's my favorite player. Like if I know LeBron James is on a heater right now, then get the rebound and pass him the ball.
Yeah. Let's go.
The points count for both of us.
Yes. Yes.
And I've learned back at All Def, I learned that you don't have to be the person who says the funny joke. If you're a part of something funny, the audience lumps you into funniness. So I'm okay. And I work with Angel. She's my podcast co-host.
Yes.
She is so brilliant, so funny. I often let her cook because people now like the podcast. I don't have to be saying the funny thing all the time. And sometimes I don't got a funny joke or I'm tired or whatever, but I can always count on her. And I think that's just my approach. In everything I do, I try to get the best people I can and let them do the best, be the best, and then the team wins. And I think that comes from, I played sports and I played team sports, and you got to let people do what they do and you will win or die. But it's not mine to hog.
Yes,
like Tony's going to cook, I'm going to let him.
I absolutely love it. If you guys haven't seen the Ball Brothers, you
because
have to.
I'm married, so there's so many bits that I can't do. Like he did an act out with the streetwalker and the dominatrix. Like that's not going to come across as funny because my audience is going to be like, well, he's married. This is kind of weird.
Right.
Tony is single, so I can tee that up. And a streetwalker tried to seduce him, or he did a dominatrix thing. Like he can go down that path. And that
Two different POVs.
That means we have more material available to us.
Yes.
If we're okay letting each other hog the ball when it's necessary.
Yeah. See, I think my problem is like I'm I'm kind of like Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And when I'm on stage sometimes, I'm with, like
Yeah.
like a,
Yeah,
I don't know,
for sure.
LeBron.
like the backup water boy, and I'm trying to pass the ball and it hits him in the face. Like Waldo from Family Matters. And he's like, oh, wait, what's going on?
I guess why is Michael Jordan passing a ball to a water boy to
Yeah,
begin with? I don't
that's
know
what
about
I'm
that.
asking, so I'm not going to do it anymore. Michael Jordan's done passing the ball, okay? The Monstars are going to win,
Right.
okay? Space Jam.
Yeah, I
So,
know.
yeah, I love that because someone I really respect and love working with, I'm going to give a little shout out, Jeremiah Watkins.
Oh, love him.
Because when he does stand up on the spot, I've done it a few times, but
Yeah.
every time I do it, and I watch him with other comedians and stuff, he's incredible at crowd work. I think he's one of the best.
He's
but
brilliant.
he will tee you up.
Yeah.
He'll let you shine.
Yeah.
It's his show, but he lets the comedian shine while
Yeah.
he does stuff. I love it. And I see that absolutely with you and Tony. And it's so fun. I just watched the LADWP.
Oh, that's my favorite bit of the whole thing.
You watch that and you go, oh, this guy's a plant. Like he's just so
1000%.
But that's just
You
knew it. You teed him up. You set up the thing.
All I knew is that he was, I forgot what the question we asked, but he was tired of code switching. So we think, oh, that could be funny. Relatable, in the black community. You never expect, because the audience, they're not professional comedians. They're not professional public speakers.
Yes.
They're just people. So me and Tony are always prepared to carry the bit.
Yes.
Just like use you to tee it up. But he was so ready and so sick of being professional at work. He delivered, and then I can tee up Tony. I set up the thing.
Yeah, where
him and Tony on the phone call.
Oh, so good.
It was just great.
Like the basic premise of the show, if I'm getting this correct, is Kevin and Tony are on stage. They bring up people from the audience, and they just interview them on stage.
Yeah.
And then hilarity ensues. The bits come out, and they got this old guy who works like me, like a corporate. I do it too.
Yeah, you got the
I
tie
can't
and the
be my
shirt.
Goblin self when I'm selling life insurance. Like I gotta code switch it. I'm in. Yeah. I'll get your papers.
Yeah.
And this guy was like, I'm tired of it.
Yeah.
I wish I could just be who I am.
Yep.
When I get off work, and
Right.
then you queued up and you said, I want to see that.
Yes.
What would it look like if you, the dude who walks around, going home or whatever, is that guy in the office?
Yep.
And man, he kind of hit it out of the park.
He absolutely killed. Tony played so well off of him. The audience has been there. Everybody has a work voice. And it was perfect. He did it in professional manner. He did it without code switching.
Yes.
The audience was electric. I mean, you couldn't plan it better if it were fully rehearsed. So we're also like, when this is happening, I'm like, oh my God, this guy's killing it.
Yes.
Like, this is great. You would think he's a professional.
Yes.
So and that kind of thing happened all throughout the tour. And we did 16 dates. 9 of them are on Tubi, and we're going to put the other 7 on YouTube later on.
Awesome.
But there's so many funny bits. Like, people are funny. That's what makes the internet funny, is like, everybody can be funny.
Yes.
Twitter can be funny because just that person might be working at Fortune 500. They might be a CNA. They might be a football coach. They might just have a funny thing to say. And the Ball Brothers kind of finds those everyday people who have either a funny story or a funny thing, or we bring the funny out of them. So
yes.
And it's fresh. Like, it would take me a lot of time to get 9 comedy specials.
Yes.
That were of any good at all. So to be able to release 9 at once, that could only happen with improv comedy.
And what I love about improv, and what your show really also hits, is every show is totally different, and everyone is getting a unique experience. So it's like they're all seeing an hour special that only they see.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll get like a couple of clips or whatever, but like each time you do it,
you could come to all 16 shows, and it would never be the same. And some people would come some people were like, I love the New York show. You're in Philly tomorrow. They rode the train up and watched the Philly show, or went to New York and the Boston show, or loved it in LA and caught it in Dallas. Like, You can do it every time. And I think that's the main thing Tony and I wanted was like, how can we do something where we can burn all the material? I have like 100 clips from the show from 9 dates. And that's not my material. Like, I can't recreate those jokes. Like, I couldn't do the code switching bit. You've already seen that.
Right.
Nor would I want to. So
it
really is perfect. I have such a good time doing it.
And do you think we'll see it again?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good.
For sure.
All right, good.
For sure.
I also want to talk about successful failures.
Yeah.
What does that mean to you?
Yeah, I think my career is just a long string of failures and then the resulting success.
Oh, but not that latter part. Okay, yeah. But I want to get to that latter part too. So teach me.
I think, for the most part, whether you're from here or you moved to LA, you got to kind of be crazy to try to make it in the entertainment industry.
Yes.
It's an unhealthy amount of rejection to go through. Auditioning, stand up, you got to go through a lot of jokes not working and a lot of iterations of bad jokes to find the good ones. And I think so many people stop and quit because of failure, or they think of success and failure as opposite sides of the coin. And really, failure is a part of the plan and the road to success. It's having that failure, making that adjustment, learning from it, adjusting, and all that stuff. Like, I think Churchy, the first TV show I ever sold,
on BET Plus.
On BET Plus, thank you. You done your homework.
I did. I told you, I'm a fan.
I love this.
I've been trying to get you on the show.
I love this. I pitched that everywhere. I pitched it all over LA, every network. It was passed on by everybody. And I remember thinking, like, I still believe in this. So I just saved my money. I was doing a lot of TV commercials at the time and brand deals, and I saved my money. And I believed that if I could get this made, people would like it.
Okay.
And once I got it made, I used to have an app called KevOnStage Studios. Rest in peace to the GOAT. Put that up there. Yep, it's right up to the right. Yeah, I put that out there, and my audience loved it. And that was like, okay, you were right. It worked. And then it kind of went dark for a while. And I was like, man, but I did it. Like, I saved my money. I did something that I believed in. And then like a year later, an executive was on the app, and he was like, oh my gosh, I love this show. I think I can help you get it sold, sign a little shopping agreement. And in three months or so, it was on BET Plus, and then was renewed for a second season. We're still praying for the third one. But then the same thing with the hospital. I created it on my own, put it on Patreon. Executive at BET liked it. We put it on there, ended up being on Hulu as well. But all that success started with me failing the pitch process, and also just to be clear, making it was littered with failures, mistakes, bad scripts, bad shots, but we made it. And I think a made project is so much easier to sell than an idea because you've already made it. Like, it's so much easier. It's so much less risk to the network than developing it from scratch. So I think, if anything, I just want to encourage people that just because you failed doesn't mean you're a failure. Like, it's just a mistake. It's like, you watch sports, your favorite player, you're Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan doesn't make every shot.
No.
He doesn't win every game.
No.
But you can win a championship without winning every game, without making every shot. A missed shot is technically a failure, but you don't let that stop you. And I think a lot of times people just let it stop them. And I think I just wanted people not to let it stop you. Keep pushing and just be diligent, and that's the key.
Unless you suddenly switch to baseball or golf or something like that.
Well, you're gonna have a little bit of tough time. Definitely, you switch to baseball in the middle of your basketball career, you're gonna struggle.
Here's the thing. I feel like you're the kind of guy that could find the silver lining in almost anything.
Right.
Do you agree?
I agree.
Let's find out, Kevin. I wrote you a little game. Okay. This one is called Successful Failures. We're gonna turn L's into legends.
Okay.
All right. So it's going to be 2 parts. The first part is going to be half trivia.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you a synopsis of a historical failure.
Okay.
Or pop culture. You're going to buzz in and tell me what you think that failure was.
Okay.
And then you're going to get bonus points if you and I can find the silver lining and turn it into something. Okay?
I love this.
So here, everyone who plays one of my games has to create their own buzzer sound. What's going to be your buzzer sound, KevOnStage?
Whoop, whoop.
Okay, that's a first. I like that one.
Okay.
Sometimes I go negative. It's like, but yours is like,
I'm going up.
there.
We're going up, baby.
I like it. Okay, first one, buzz in when you think you know the answer.
Okay.
This company passed on buying Netflix.
Whoop, whoop.
Oh, whoa.
This is Blockbuster.
That's correct.
Yes.
I didn't even have to finish.
Yeah.
They thought streaming was going to be nothing.
Yes.
And they passed on it. I didn't even know that. I know, like, I remember Blockbuster, and then I remember Netflix, and then Blockbuster going out of build. But, like, they could have
merged, but it's often hard for a foundational giant company to see their competitor coming because they don't come in the way that you built your business. Like, Blockbuster knows Hollywood Video or Redbox. They can see that coming. They can't imagine that people are going to be like, actually, I'm just going to press my TV and watch a movie. I'm not going to even have to come to you at all. Or I'm going to watch a movie on my phone.
Yeah.
That's just, it's like the taxi industry doesn't see Uber coming. The hotel industry doesn't see Airbnb coming. Because you only see the world the way you are. And you know who's good at this? Mark Zuckerberg. He sees anything that's coming and he just buys your company. Either buys it or copies it or both. But imagine if Facebook never had Instagram or Snapchat or WhatsApp or video, it would be stagnant.
Yeah.
But every company's not like that.
Real quick, we are big fans of Mark Zuckerberg and everything that he does.
This ain't going on Facebook, pal. We're big fans of Jeff Bezos and all the other guys that own whatever else we're trying to get on. Find us on Amazon Prime. We on Amazon Prime? No. Okay, never mind. All right. Joe Rogan. No, I don't know. I don't know who we pray to anymore. Okay, so Kev, I wonder this though. Like way back in the day, would you have ever foreseen when you're working at Boeing? You're like, one day I'm gonna have a name that's basically a brand, my own network, have a bunch of shows, be touring, and then I'll be on the #1 comedy podcast in the world, if you choose not to fact check it, being interviewed by a goblin. What would you have said?
I would have said, you're crazy.
Yeah, you would have said.
I've done a lot of things. I've never been interviewed by a goblin.
You would have said, I'm sticking to Blockbuster. Yeah, I think so. All right, how about this one, Kev?
Okay.
This media mogul who gives away cars and loves bread was once fired from her TV job.
Whoop,
and
whoop.
oh, yes.
Am I guessing the person?
Yes.
Oprah Winfrey.
That's correct.
Yeah. She was fired from like Baltimore, wasn't it? Something like that?
And she's, quote, unfit for TV.
Yeah, unfit for TV.
Quite literally.
And she might be the most fit for TV person ever. She
Ever.
might have
In the history of
easily
TV.
The most successful talk show of all time.
You can't be argued. It's
It can't be argued.
Yeah. The numbers don't lie.
The numbers don't lie.
She's got her own network. I mean, like.
She's $1 billion because of it.
Yes.
Nobody else made $1 billion specifically from their talk show.
Yes.
Ellen might have come close, though.
When we were in Chicago, there was like these two big buildings. And I was like, oh, look at this building. And they were like, yeah, Oprah lives there. And they just went they pointed to one floor, and then they went like this with their finger.
Wow.
And then they went to the top floor. They're like, that's where Oprah lives. I was like,
oh my God.
You're pointing to what would be, Nashville's tallest building or something. I don't know. But yeah, wild. Okay. This social media platform tried to feature, this is a callback, tried to feature music, your top 5 friends, and a weird white guy named Tom. Yes.
MySpace.
That's correct.
Yeah. I love trivia.
MySpace.
Yeah.
And it got shut down and was replaced by Facebook. What do you think the lesson was with MySpace?
I don't know if this is all bad. I think the guy who made it sold it and then just traveled the world and took pictures. He made like $500 million. I think sometimes you get out. You do the thing, you get out. MySpace was before before social media ruined our mental health. It was like the most positive social media site. I don't remember much negative about MySpace.
I always tell people,
good.
like, it was my favorite. And obviously, being a big fan of music, like, I wish it would come back. And there was rumors that it would. But it's like, I used to find a lot of music that I now listen to on MySpace.
A lot of artists owe their careers to MySpace. I mean, the only negative is like your friends not being in your top 5 or your top 8 or where they were ranked. But you weren't getting bullied on MySpace, not that I know of. Maybe there were.
I think that was kind of maybe that was like a time when, like,
there's no algorithm on MySpace, man.
Yeah.
It was just good vibes.
Now no space is mine.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous. How about this one, Kev?
Okay.
In order to compete with Pepsi, in 1985, this major soda company releases a new flavor.
Coke. Is it Coke? New Coke?
New Coke.
Yeah, terrible mistake.
I don't remember this at all.
Yeah.
New Coke. They were like, why don't we create a new Coke? They're like, what should we call it? They're like, you already said it.
You know, even funner fact, Pepsi could never catch Coke in sales, so they started restaurants. I watched a whole documentary on
Tell me about it.
They started
Talk to me.
restaurants that would make you put Pepsi in them. So like Taco Bell, Pepsi only,
Oh,
KFC. Yeah. So those brands that Pepsi owned became bigger brands. So I think they got more market share money-wise than Coke, but they cannot sell more soda than Coca-Cola. But they like built brands, owned restaurants. Like the PepsiCo business model had to shift because they failed. They couldn't sell more Coke, but as a company, they're much more successful.
Okay, let me cook. This is the silver lining. Here's what we got to do, Johannes. Okay, we just buy up all the computers in the Apple stores and we make them play our podcast on loop. We put the podcast in places because we're never gonna like beat the whoever of the podcast. You know what I mean? Amy Poehler's so charming and funny now. Now she's like crushing it.
Man.
What a heck.
We can't compete.
We're not going to get there. No. So what we got to do is like put the Right Now podcast in places. Or we just replace all the Pepsi dispensers with Right Now Goblin goo. I think there's something there.
I think the gas station screens, I think that's a place.
There you go.
Okay, that's something.
Well, people aren't even thinking.
That's
Amy's not thinking about gas station pumps.
No, I think
you can dominate that.
Yeah.
You can dominate that.
I think there's something there.
Yeah.
There's some kind of green lighting there.
Yeah.
Okay. How about this one?
Okay.
1996 is the year.
Yeah.
This fast food chain debuted a new item they called a sophisticated burger. It not only cost more money, it cost them more scrutiny.
Ooh, okay. Sophisticated burger, 1996. I didn't even whoop because I wasn't sure.
Yeah. Give me your best guess.
Okay, I'm thinking maybe the Arch Deluxe.
That's correct.
Is that correct?
That's correct.
That's my favorite burger in McDonald's history.
Wait, okay.
Arch Deluxe. My mom worked at McDonald's
Tell
at
the
this
people
time.
what this is.
It came in the box. It was the first burger I remember that came in a box.
Yes.
Instead of like the paper. I think it had like bacon, it had tomato,
That's
it had
correct.
special mayonnaise.
That's correct. That's
it
correct.
was like, oh, this is a dinner. And it was like it was more expensive. It didn't last long, but it was a really good burger. It failed, but now we have burgers in boxes. Maybe the Big Mac came in boxes, but I think the Arch Deluxe leveled up burgers for all of America.
See, I didn't even. He just did it for you. That's the whole thing right there, man. I'm ready to buy. I've been like, invest in Deluxe,
Bring back the Arch Deluxe.
I think they are coming back with a big arch burger.
Are
That's
they?
what I read, yep.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
My time is now, Johannes.
Dude, yes. We're going to let's get some Deluxe burgers after
Yes,
this, man.
absolutely.
Just a couple of guys having some Deluxe burgers. All right, this one's a little more recent.
Okay.
2017.
All right.
Okay. This was promised as a lavish, exclusive music festival, which resulted.
whoop.
Oh, yes.
Firefest.
That's correct. What?
Firefest. I remember seeing that play on Twitter and I thought, oh, that's a hilarious meme.
Yeah.
And then when I realized people were really getting like a little piece of bread with
Lettuce.
lettuce and
Yeah.
cheese, I said, oh, this is the worst thing. And then Ja Rule took all the heat. And it wasn't even Ja Rule's fault. It was that guy, forgot his name, but like, yeah, man, Firefest. What a time.
What do you think is the lesson there? Because once you tell me, I'm going to tell you something that's going to really blow your mind.
The lesson there is sometimes people will buy anything if they think influencers are coming.
That's a dead truth. That's a dead truth. Even more so now than ever.
Yeah.
They have launched Firefest 2, and they have thousands of pre-sales. You know what the lesson there is?
Serious?
People do not learn from history. That is why it repeats itself.
That's why the McDonald's is bringing back the big arch.
Yeah, I did not know they were trying again.
The dude got out of jail, was like, let's give it another go. And people are like, you know what? I trust him now.
I love this.
That is-
successful failure.
That's a successful failure that might continue to grow success.
Right.
Which is absolutely absurd. Okay, just a couple more for you.
Okay, cool.
Okay, how about this one? This film, starring just another white guy with long hair, is not only Disney's largest flop of all time, but it's the most expensive movie flop of all time, losing
Okay.
$255 million.
Oh my God.
Kev.
I know. Oh, it's okay. It's John.
Oh, buzz in first.
Whoop, whoop.
Yes.
It's John something.
Yes.
I think Jake Gyllenhaal played him. Maybe I'm not certain. I can't remember the last part. It's John Denver, John Cannon. It's John something.
It is John. Hold on. Let me think. You're a basketball fan. Vince.
John Carter.
Yes.
John Carter.
Yeah, there we
yes.
go.
Thank you.
The little Tony
KevOnStage, man. You like kind of half ball. Yeah, I'm dunking it.
Yes. All right.
Yes. I didn't realize it lost that much money.
John Carter, and if it starred Jake Gyllenhaal, it probably would have done a little better. But they chose just the dude from Friday Night Lights, who I like.
Who was the guy?
Taylor Kitsch. You know,
It was Taylor
He was
Kitsch.
kind of like the Ja Rule.
He was the fullback guy from Friday Night Lights. Yeah, okay.
He was kind of like the Ja Rule of this situation because, like, this dude probably just got off a show, was offered a big Disney movie. He was like, yeah, I'll do it.
For sure.
He's not bad at it, but he was just part of what became like. Do you remember Waterworld?
I love Waterworld.
I do too.
I know it lost a lot of money though.
But that, like, when I was just a young gob, that was like the movie everyone talked about is like, this is like, that was our John
For
Carter.
a long time, that was the worst movie, lost the most money.
Yes.
Yeah, Kevin Costner. And he was a bigger star.
Oh, that's true.
Than Taylor Kitsch was.
Yeah.
Sorry, man. 255 is crazy.
Here's who else is in the cast. I didn't even know this. Willem Dafoe.
Really?
Yeah. Who I'm not the biggest fan of because of the way he portrayed goblins in Spider-Man, And then Bryan Cranston.
What?
Bryan Cranston is
I did not see John Carter. So
I mean, no one did. That's the point, Ain't not a lot of people did. Couldn't tell you the plot at all.
Wow.
Oh, never mind. It's written down. Here. Oh, I know why it failed. Listen to the plot. Okay. A Confederate Army captain gets transported to Mars.
Oh, wow.
Disney, how did this fail? Well, I can't tell.
How do you even get to market?
They're like,
the earth shall rise again.
They're like, let's get the guy from Friday Night Lights that no one knows the name of. We'll put him in this thing, and we'll just send this sucker right to the toilet.
They probably went down the line and he was the only one willing to do it.
For sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, he was not the top ass. They asked Jake Gyllenhaal. He's like, no, I don't think so.
Oh, my God.
What kind of army soldier?
Yeah.
The what? What side? I don't know about that, pal. I ain't doing that movie. All right, last one, Ken.
All right,
Last one. Okay. So, this podcast, so it's recent,
Yep.
is the #1 comedy podcast in the world, but for some reason it's not recognized as such on Apple or really any podcast
That's
platform.
right now,
Yeah,
baby. Right now.
That's correct.
Let's go.
That's the Right Now podcast. I didn't even have to finish about the part where it's like, I think the reason is it has an incompetent producer who keeps like killing the vibes, and that's probably what's like taking the numbers and all that. But yeah, that's correct. It's
the John
right.
Carter of the podcast over here.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry, John.
Joe Carter.
Yeah.
Joe Carter. That's your new nickname.
That's Johannes' real full name. Is Johannes Carter.
I need to put a different flag behind me.
No digs. All right, Ken, before I get you out of here, I did want to talk about a few things.
Okay.
First one, I don't know if you're comfortable talking about it, so we don't have to if it's a secret. But I did see, because I'm performing at the Comedy Store now.
Yeah.
I did see you got a one-man show.
I do have
Are we
a
cool to
one-man
talk about
show.
it?
Yeah, we can talk about
I
it.
really want to talk about it because I've always wanted to do one.
Yeah,
And so
really?
yeah, I would love to. A one-gob show. So
It's called Grief Sucks.
Yes.
It's all about grief. My brother passed away in 2022.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Thank you. As a comedian, like, and as a lot of people, we still find the humor in that.
Of course.
And there's so many people who, at our age, people are dying. People that you love are dying, and you are not necessarily okay. And I was releasing videos about grief as I was, going through it, and people were like, man, Kev, this is so needed. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I just thought, let me put all my thoughts together, comedic and otherwise, and put it together in a one-man show. It's the most nervous I've ever felt about stand-up. I'm not able to test the material out in a traditional way because grief jokes kind of bring the room down.
Yes.
And I don't want to do that to another comedian. Like, you're killing, you're talking about whatever you are. And then I'm like, yeah, my brother died, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah, how you feel about that? And then the next comedian got to go after that. So I was like, I'd rather workshop it, with smaller crowds and kind of get my bearings and stuff. But yeah, that starts in February 1st.
It's all sold out.
Room. Yeah.
I'm just going to try to get tickets. I can't. Maybe you can see me.
I might know a guy that get you one or two.
Stick me in the back.
I'll stick you in the back.
I'll be on the up bench over there.
Yeah,
in the belly room.
So I'm really excited about that.
What is the difference between a stand-up and a one-person show?
Semantics. A lot of semantics. And I think it allows me to do bits or talk about stuff that is not intended to be funny. Like if you're coming to a comedy show, it should be all intended to be funny. But a one-man show, there'll be there's going to be graphics and stuff, which some comedians do put in their show. I hadn't up until this point. So I think those two things are separating it in a way that I haven't performed on stage. And I just want people to know it's not going to be all jokes the way my traditional stand-up is. Yeah. But it will still be good. And also, if you end up, laughing and or crying, either is okay there.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
I'm excited for you,
Thank you. Thank you.
What can't you do?
Yeah. I can't grow my hair. Yeah. So
you can't make Boeing work. Yeah. That's it. But that's it. That's it. It stops there. But I can't wait. So hopefully be on the lookout for Grief Sucks.
Yeah.
Can't get any tickets yet because you sell it out, but maybe in the future we'll see that.
Future,
maybe we'll see more of the Ball Bros.
Yeah.
And of course, you have your own podcast.
Yeah, I've got a few.
My best.
Yeah, I actually have 3 podcasts.
Oh my God.
Not my best moment is with Unanimous Media and iHearts, where I talk to other people. It's basically a spinoff of Successful Failure.
Yes.
I talk to artists, entertainers, athletes, friends about their failures and mistakes and what they learned from them. I have Here's the Thing, pop culture podcast with me and my homegirl Angel and Josh. Yeah, I'm really cousins. And then me and Tony have a podcast called the Bob Brothers Podcast, where we talk about movies, music, TV shows. We just kind of shoot the stuff and we have a good time. So yeah, podcasts on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
I love that.
Yeah, if you're at work, I'm gonna give you something to watch.
I can't say too many things about Kevin. And one of the things I definitely can't say is that you do not provide us with opportunity to see you.
That's the goal.
But I love that.
Yeah.
But it's not like you're one of the few people I feel like are doing it, and it's not done in a quantity over quality way.
Right.
I really do feel like where it's like, I don't know how you do it. And the fact that you're getting so much sleep is infuriating, but I love that you're doing it. And I'm thankful that you are.
Thank you very much.
All right, Kevo, I'm going to get you out of here the same way I get everybody out of here.
Okay.
By playing my right now rapid fire questionnaire.
Let's do it.
Here's how it's going to work. I'm going to ask you 5 rapid fire questions. I want you to say the very first thing that comes in your mind.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Left or right?
Left.
West Portland.
West.
Favorite genre of metal?
Heavy.
Okay, there's a snail chasing you. The snail is moving at a snail's pace. It's gonna follow you for the rest of your life. You can go as fast as slow as you want, but the snail will always be moving in your direction. Before you ask, yes, it can swim and survive in the atmosphere. And if you touch it or it touches you, you die. What's your plan to survive the snail?
Ooh. It's always coming after me?
It is always gonna be moving, but at a snail's pace.
Study snail pace. It's my first plan.
Okay.
First plan is to see how long it takes a snail to travel a mile, 10 miles, 100 miles, 500 miles.
See, not enough people learn about the snail.
Yeah.
They're all trying to avoid it, but you're like...
I want to research the snail.
Yeah, to defeat something, you must know it.
I must understand how much time do I have. If I go to Seattle, how long will it take the snail to get to me so I know how much time I have to leave?
Yeah.
Okay, so now I know 1,000 miles, it's going to take the snail 8 days.
Yes,
oh my gosh, I can do 5 days of stuff. I can do this stuff.
That snail is probably like, it's just like, well, if I'm going to follow anyone, I'm following Kevin.
Yeah.
It's like, I must stop it. There's one-man show. It's going to get distracted. And it's going to be like, I got to see him on tour. And then it's going to be like, it's the Bald Brothers. And then he's going to be watching. He's going to be like, now I've got to take a plane. He's like, what am I going to watch on the plane? He's like, I watch Churchy on BET+. And he's like, oh my God, I got so much content.
Yeah.
I forgot where Kev is.
Yes.
Where the hell did Kev go? You ever been to Trader Joe's?
I love Trader Joe's.
Thank you so much, Kev, everybody. Give it up for Kev Fredericks. Amazing. Now is your opportunity to promote whatever you want to this camera right here.
Thank you guys so much for watching me. I had a great time. If you enjoyed me, you can follow me wherever, KevOnStage, even if you're a snail, as long as you don't touch me. Except TikTok, it's KevOnStage TikTok. I don't know who beat me to my name there, but they won. You can watch the Ball Brothers on Tubi, streaming right now. Safe Space is also on Tubi. And anything else, just follow me. That's all for now. If I give you too many things, you might not write them down. So just focus on the Ball Brothers on Tubi.
Love it. And Kev, I feel like after this, like, we're not exactly like you and Tony, but we've kind of...
There's something brewing.
There's some brewing.
There's some chemistry
so I was wondering
going
if you
here.
could kind of like do me a solid.
Yeah.
If you could kind of be like my point guard.
For sure.
And read a promo for me.
Of course.
So I wrote you a little script. It's under your throat.
Okay.
You just kind of want to, whenever you're ready. Oh, Johannes.
Sorry.
Johannes. Don't make him do it himself.
He's a pro.
All right. Okay. Straight to the camera.
Yeah.
What up, Goblins? It's me, KevOnStage, actor, comedian, speaker, director, filmmaker, content creator, influencer, New York Times best-selling author, and now my most prominent credit, guest on the Right Now podcast with John Goblikon. If you're feeling churchy or if you just want to praise Gob, order a cameo from my green brother, the perfect gift for any occasion. Now, I may be KevOnStage, but if you want to see Gob on stage, go to punchup.live to sign up and see when John is performing his comedy in your town. Who knows? Maybe he'll bring his one Gob show. So go sign up right now.
Right now. And
Right
that's how you do a promo, Johannes.
There you go.
I mean, you know what? I just realized I feel like sometimes when I do this show, and I've been doing it for 70 plus episodes now, I believe this is episode 70.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Episode 70.
Yeah.
Now. Right now.
Right now.
And I feel like for 70 episodes, sometimes I feel like a failure, you know? And I think a lot of it has to do with, like, you know, over there. And I feel like Kevin came on and turned this little thing into a successful film.
I love it. I do a lot of podcasts. I don't enjoy them all, but I had a great time here.
Oh, I loved it.
You were on time. You're prepared. Great interview, insight. I just want to feel cared about. Sometimes people don't care, but you care,
I
John.
care.
You care.
I always care.
You
and
always
I care about you.
You care.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Johannes. You're amazing.
I mean, it's been good.
I'll
I've been
know
listening
about
to
that
Here's the
last
Thing the whole time. So
I mean, we don't got to go that far.